Hi.
Hey guys, so I've been bugging my husband since we bought the house that I want the big flower box in the front. And now it's this time of the year that I want to put my greens and Christmas lights to decorate the house a bit, and the flower boxes are still not up. So today we got motivated and we'll show you quickly how to do the quick flower boxes, which you can paint later, do artistic decorations, whatever later, but it's an easy build.
Try not to have the screws go through the floor into the floor. That might help.
We're doing it in the house because it's like what, 36
It's
degrees.
like 30. Yeah, it's not too bad for Minnesota, but it is cold.
All right. Well, so what do we need for those
Screws, treated lumber. We're doing 1x6s treated by 8 feet long, and that should be pretty good for the box itself. The ends, we didn't want to spend that kind of money though for the ends, so we're just gonna use some non-treated 1x4 that was kind of swans that we'll do leftover from a different project.
Anyway, guys, if you're buying new wood, and lucky I wanted a long one, our front window is pretty long. But if you've got shorter window, they have saws at the Home Depot. You can always ask them to cut the wood to the size you need it there. So
yeah, they won't do exact cuts, but it'll be pretty good for a rough cut. You won't have a real problem with it, I'm sure.
So yeah, watch him work as I enjoy my wine, and we'll show you guys when he's putting them up. Charlie always willing to help, huh?
We should have those nice looking brackets. They have to run them with those bags.
Yeah. How do you like your helper?
He's always around. It's just not getting wrong level.
So I wanted like a bit a nicer finish on the outer part. Those were not the cheapest. That was like I think $2.50, give it or take each. But I thought it would look nice.
Oh, yeah.
And we bought 4 of them pretty much for the outer part that you can see.
Those come a little later.
But here you go, babe. Yes, Charlie, that's for you. Everything is for Charlie.
But those do come in a little bit. Now, because we got that kind of anchored, should have done that one in the middle, but I'm gonna go like this. And I really want to get it.
So guys, we are like 3 minutes into project, taking a bit slow down with him, trying to walk you through the steps, but
It's actually not too bad. But yeah, you do wanna try to get it as straight as possible. And you don't wanna go too far up or too far down, so you're trying to find that sweet spot. And treated wood, unlike untreated wood, doesn't split as easily. So the middle won't split like it would an untreated, it's like pine or something. And that does matter. Because when it splits, you've got wood that's just gonna rot really quick.
so we paid what, about $10 bucks for one of each those boards?
Yeah, pretty much.
But like I said, our flower box will be pretty long. For the average window,
You could buy one and make it 2.
make it 2 or 3, depends what size you need.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't have to be as crazy as
No,
it is
it
for
really
me.
doesn't. Alright.
And the goal for me is to stain this flower box the same stain I used for the shutters. Possibly I consider maybe a shade darker. We'll see how this wood stains. But yeah, I want to keep it natural. You can use color to have it stand out, or you can use color to match your trim. Whatever your taste is
And at this point.
like. So you can use the Sharpie from my finished contract. So I finished my 3rd extension of my contract today, and as much as I loved my job, I'm ready for a bit of a break and done running around and just kind of taking some time with the family. So yes, that's what we are doing to celebrate my freedom.
Alright, this part I gotta go to the garage to do.
Alright, I don't know if you want to follow him, it's cold in there, guys, so.
And the light sucks.
This
And I
side.
don't want Charlie. And it's filthy.
Papa, you stay.
You want to check in the fire? See if it actually took. It might not have. Is it going or no?
No.
Not really.
Did you put the starter in?
Yeah, didn't take.
This is how we don't cut wood, guys. Baba! You want to rest your wood on a hard surface.
Yep, you do.
You don't cut it in there.
Correct. Can I have that thing, please? Your pen?
Here we go.
It
That's
didn't take, huh?
what wives are for.
Ridiculous. Charlie, back up.
Running around for your husbands.
That's really.
Here.
Oh, give me that. Why isn't that burning?
So, continuing on. He cut that little piece of wood from our leftovers to place it at the end. It's not attached yet, so just kind of trying if it fits.
It seems like it fits perfect. Just wish it was a little bit taller, but that's 1x4. This is 1x6.
And obviously, like, I mean, I guess you can line it up with some
You
thicker foil,
to the
or
top so it leaks out on the sides.
you can line it up with a thick foil or buy like those plastic type pads for liners. I'm not going to put the wood straight into this. It will speed up the rotting process and it makes it harder to empty it and change dirt. So, what do you guys think so far? Baba, be careful.
Like this. And this is the front.
I love the texture of the wood. That looks really pretty, and I think it will really stand out once it's stained.
Okay.
So those are our L-shaped decorative edges, which will give it a bit of more of a rustic look. I don't think there will be as much for holding because I don't think the holes align with the wood. With the thickness of the wood, if you guys know what I mean. But whatever.
They do not.
No, so that's okay. Just install them and then we can use screws to hold it together. That would have need like a double thick of the wood that's on the sides too, in order to grab it.
You're starting to move.
But no problem here, guys. We'll figure it out and it will look great.
The shorter one. Are you recording right now?
Yes, it's a process.
So then this is really just for show.
For so many guys, it's just to look good, not
Not to hold it in place.
not to make it look like we're just doing it for you guys.
Although we are.
That we are pretending that it will stay in place there.
Yeah, probably just off the bottom. You don't have because
And you know, guys, some people are planners and really have everything exact.
which is great.
We've always kind of, you know, like we have a general plan and know kind of what we need, but then we go with the flow, depends, you know, what we see or what prices we see, and we adjust as needed. What kind of screws do you use?
The ones that were left over from taking out from an old project that was in this house that was on the cabinetry. That in another video you will end up seeing and going, hey, is those the same screws? And the answer is yes, yes they are.
How long are those screws?
The short ones are about 2 inches. These ones are about 3. And then that one's about, there's one that's about 3 1/4.
Is that the length you need to use, or is it just?
No, it's just what I have.
Definitely you want to use long enough screws to make sure that it keeps the box nicely together and none of the weight of the dirt will push it out. So I think the size which actually he has maybe are slightly longer than we would buy, but I think they will work perfectly. And you guys can see that he's doing it pretty much all by himself. I'm just standing here keeping company. So either you're by yourself or like even if you're a female, you know, whatever, your husband doesn't want to help you out.
Even if you're female, that's kind of sexist.
Oh my God, whatever. I'm old timer.
You are.
So
more old-fashioned
you really
than that.
shouldn't hesitate. You are more than capable of doing it. So, no plumber, but
I can work on that if you want.
I don't know if our viewers would want to see it.
No, I'm pretty sure they have a hard enough time tolerating me as it is, so I don't blame them for that one. All right, so with this, I don't have a lot of options left for shorter screws, right? So, and this is not treated. Remember, I was saying that non-treated wood splits easier, so I'm really looking to use the shortest screw I have. And I'm just trying to pin this thing in, so.
We might have some from the shutters, but I know they're.
So I'm trying not to have it stand out either, honey, and it's lucky that they're black. Nothing more, it's just pure luck. So, the last one we did was right off the edge, which is about this height. And now, I'm gonna go like this, get it in. And then one more. Was it insanely long screw for what it actually is? I think we got it about this height. Hey,
I'm not
Charlie Bear.
sure if Charlie is trying to help or if he's annoyed that we're not playing with him. I guess to the second one.
Always make time for your dog. That's it. Box is built for now. It's really aesthetics in the front. I might run a couple more screws in the back, a couple of longer ones. Actually, when I say I might, I'm going to just do it right now. Because what the hell, right? All right, right here. Go get it.
So tip for the winter, guys, what I like to do with those flower boxes, you know, the spruce tips and the greens are quite expensive. That's like $25 for whatever, one package.
Ooh, I hear it. So that's not good. Back up. It's too big. Too big.
That's way too big, wow. You try to
So I'm just gonna.
drill that one huge thing, so.
So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna just do this one and be done with it.
So I don't like to spend so much money because one is never enough and definitely not enough for the size of the box. In our previous house we had I think four regular size boxes in the front, and that would be like at least one of those packages of evergreens for one box. So I pretty much buy like one full size Christmas tree and just cut out the branches. So the cheapest Christmas tree, I think like you can buy around 30, 40 bucks. Cut out the branches pretty much to the stem and then arrange them in your box and then buy other decorative pieces. That really saves the money, still looks great. It's really a nice money saving tip. This year we've got one evergreen in the front which needs to be trimmed. Since we bought the house, I've always wanted to trim it. So we will use those to fill up the box, and then if I need some, I'll buy extra more. Then we'll be buying a Christmas tree, so we'll have some bottom cutouts which I can place in it as well. Are you ready to go out? Alrighty, let me get the jacket. I'll stop it and I'll show you guys when he's outside. Outside, so guys, excuse the LED lighting, but it's pretty late. I mean, it's not late, it's just that time of the year that it's
Where it's late
darker.
up north. Gets
So
dark at noon.
they had old flower boxes here. I mean, they didn't have flower boxes anymore, but those flower box holders were still there. So we're just going to reuse the old ones. Otherwise, you can just buy any type you can find at your hardware store. You can build your own. In the worst case scenario, you could attach them to the house, but I guess I wouldn't recommend going that route.
I would like to hang a third in the middle, but I don't think I'm able to do it right now because I don't have the hardware for it. Sorry. Oh, Charlie. My back is went up.
That's what moms do when husbands are working.
All right, usually you should put the two across, lay a board, use the bubble, and then try to get it as center as possible. We're using ones that were already right where they were, so it's really, we're kind of working with something that already existed. You don't want to guess this.
Unless you want a crooked flower box and kind of cover it with greenery that they aren't even.
That's pretty much a fact right there. I've got one spare screw, so I'm going to try to put a center one in. Just try to tighten this one up a little bit more.
So choice of the lights for this year. It was hard to decide. Like usually we kind of know what we want to go with. The style of the house is a bit different, so we tried white only with stuff. So I think this is the best compromise. Here we'll just work on installing those holders. It takes some effort to push the screw through with the drill. It's always easier for him to apply that pressure. For me, it seems to be like I tend to strip the screws, so
All right.
I like when he does it.
We could screw it to the mounts, and we just might eventually, but right now I'm not doing that.
We just got
But
some
there
more
you go.
screws, but that's the flower box. It's obviously it's hard to tell right now with this light how it looks. From where I'm standing, it looks really cute, and it will look even cuter once we put the stain on, and we'll fill it up with some decorative greens. So I'm trying to get you guys the best look I can, but there we go.
That looks nice.